This is Danielle from PokerNews.com, and I have with me the lovely Lupe Soto, a woman of many talents, which we'd like to talk about today, if that's okay with you, Lupe.
Sounds great. I'm glad to be here.
We'll start with Lupe's introduction to the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. Now, you're an inductee this year, along with the wonderful Maria Ho. How does it feel to finally make the hall?
Well, it's been such an adventure. You know, we've had so many really phenomenal women in poker, and most people didn't really know about their accomplishments. And so the Women in Poker Hall of Fame was actually created in order to bring those women to the limelight. And here it is 10 years later. This is our 10-year anniversary of the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. And I promised my family that if, in fact, after 10 years and I was still involved and all that, I would go ahead and not recuse my name, but allow it to happen. And if it happened and the chips fall where they may, then I would go ahead and accept, which, in fact, it did. I'm so thrilled. I'm incredibly honored. This is a class of women, bar none, the top of the top, and so I'm just happy to be in the same company.
And that event kicks off the inductees, the luncheon, the ceremony. What date? I forget.
Well, this is really unique in that this event is open to the public. Anybody can come and watch this history being made. It's held at the Orleans Casino on Tuesday, the 26th of June. It's 11 a.m. It's a three-hour luncheon. Some of the top names in poker are there in attendance. Jan Fisher is our MC. I'm being introduced by Linda Johnson, a Hall of Famer. Maria Ho is being introduced by Daniel, another Hall of Famer, Daniel Negreanu. And our keynote speaker is Matt Savage, who is an industry giant. So we're very, very pleased. We think the lineup will be entertaining. And it's just interesting to watch, you know, how the process happens and how history is made.
Sounds fabulous. Lupe also has, as I said earlier, lots of other little things that she does, such as the LIPS, the Ladies International Poker Series. When is our next championship being held?
Well, Ladies Poker Week actually kicks off that week. So June 25th, it starts on Monday. It's a week-long series of events. We have bounty events. We have a deep stack with the Venetian. We have a tag team event. If you've never played tag team switch, it's an absolute blast. It is an open event, so bring the fellows and the ladies can play together, or you can have two guys or two girls, and everybody plays on their own stack, and then we just say switch randomly, and everybody runs over to the next step, and they have to pick up the action where it stops. So you never know really how your partner played. It's an absolute blast. And then, of course, our championship is held on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of that weekend, the 29th, 30th, and the 1st of July. And it's a $250 buy-in. It is the most phenomenal structure. It's a 40-minute level. You get 25,000 in chips. It's truly a championship structure. So we usually get over 400 women who come and play for that event. So come on down. If you've never played in it before, this year is the year to play for. We have a very exciting promotion coming that we aren't going to talk about today, but it's coming, and you'll want to hear about that, and it'll make it that much more fun to come play the LIPS Championship.
So we also have the Women's Poker Association, which has just launched. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Women's Poker Association is actually an association for a global initiative. We're trying to give a voice to women in poker and become an advocacy group primarily, not only for us as players and how we would like to see the game go for women, but also for us to be a voice to the industry and kind of help them grow women in poker at the grassroots level. Not only online, because online, of course, we have plenty of women who play, but in the brick and mortars, not so much. And as you see, when you're here at the Rio and you're looking at the World Series of Poker and at this level of play, we are such a small percentage. So our goal is to actually unite women, give them the educational opportunities to be able to even be introduced to the game, all the way up to, you know, advanced tournament play and cash game play, so they can compete at every level.
Absolutely everything.
Yes.
Absolutely everything.
Right.
And lastly, the Seniors Poker Tour. Now, we do have a Seniors event at the World Series of Poker. How many of your seniors do you think generally play in the World Series of Poker event from your Senior Poker Tour?
Well, actually, our event, again, we have over 400 or so, 500 players that come out for the Senior Poker Tour on the national level. This is our national championship. It is held at the Orleans Casino. It's a $400 buy-in. We have 2 championships this year. We not only have a No Limit Hold'em championship, but we have an Omaha championship, which nobody's doing for a seniors event. So this is really exciting. I think that we're going to have an opportunity for people to play in an ABC game, which is what you don't see in some of these no-limit games. But you know, when you get around the senior population, they've been playing a really long time. They're very solid players, and it's a real blast to play with your peers. And of course, I'm a senior, so I know all about that.
You're a senior?
Girlfriend, I'll be 60 this year. I'll be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, and you know, it's just kind of like, okay, it's my time. It's the last chapter of life, so I'm pretty excited.
Looking good, Lupe.
Thank you. Lucky me, I get to be inducted next to the 35-year-old hottie, though, Maria Ho, so whatever.
I'm sure Maria is going to be hoping she's looking just like you at her age.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you for coming along. Much appreciated. This is why we have Lupe being inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame. Women in Poker Hall of Fame, get that right.
Right.
So many activities, so much support for women, so much that she has going on.